Hey guys, StealthX here, and I decided to do something a little different today. Instead of the usual wager match, I'm going to go over the hacking game for Deus Ex. Just a little tutorial for those of you who haven't figured it out yet, who are just starting. I looked for a little hacking tutorial when I was playing, and I couldn't find one, so I decided to make my own. Alright, so for the beginners, this is where you start from. This is kind of your home base on the hacking grid. You always start from this, and you send out your trace towards other positions, and I will go into which positions you should go for later on in the tutorial. This is where you're trying to get. This is basically the server you're trying to get into. If you hack it, you get into the system, and you have successfully hacked it. Sometimes there's more than one. If there is, you need to get all of them. You need to capture all of them to hack the system. This is the enemy home base, basically. This is where the firewall, I don't know what it is. They try and trace you from here. So if they set off the alarm by capturing a point, they come from here and try and capture your home base. And if they capture it, the hacking game is over. On a side note, if you capture the enemy's home base, you get all of the bonus items from that grid, even if you didn't capture them. It basically just, you wipe out the whole thing. You get everything that was in it. This is a normal point. It doesn't have anything to do with anything except you have to capture it to get to another point. The lower the number, the easier it is to hack, the faster it'll be hacked, and the less chance you have of getting caught usually. This next one is the spam. It'll raise or lower numbers kind of randomly unless you have the right augmentation to see what it's going to do. Usually it's a good idea to hack them, especially if they're one or two. You're probably not going to get caught doing it, and it might make one of the harder areas easier. And after that, we have the treasure boxes. Basically, you're going to have stop worms, nukes, and credits or XP in there, and it's basically the XP that I was playing for. I hacked everything in the game, every wall panel, every door, every lock, every safe, and I got quite a few OGs. So I say hacking is the way to go for Deus Ex. Anyway, let's get on to the specifics. Okay, so rule number one is always go for the enemy's home base, that red box. This looks like a complicated hacking game. You're going to have a bunch of boxes. They're all spread out. You got all the numbers to calculate. First thing you do every time is look at that red box and see if it has any access. If there's no arrows on the lines coming from it, then you can go to that red box. And if you hack it, you get all the treasure that's hidden in this grid. So it's almost always the best idea to just go for the red box if you can. If it's only one way arrows going the other way and you can't get to the box, then you have to do some more strategizing. But if that's all there is to it, I mean, take the box, get all the treasure, you're done. So always go to the box first if you can, the enemy box. Alright, for this hacking game, I center it, zoom out, so I can see the whole thing. I'm going to need treasure boxes, bottom right, and top left. I can't take the red box because they're one-way arrows away from it, both sides, so I can't take the red box. So I'm going to start with the low numbers because I don't want to get caught right away. And I choose the one on the right instead of the one on the left because I need to take that one to get the treasure in the top right. After that, I'm just going to work my way with low numbers up towards all the stuff that I have to get sooner or later. I'm going to do the low ones first. And now, once I take this one, I'll be free to take my home base and win the hack. But I want all the treasures. And I'm looking and thinking, those fours are going to take a while to hack, so I may as well start them off and then start the other ones so that they kind of all end at the same time. So I'm going to hack both the fours at the same time, assuming that I'll get caught, and just figure I'll have enough time to finish the hack, because these are all low numbers. So the 1, 2, 2, and then the final 2. And if you need to, you press spacebar for the slow it down, or you can just use the nuke to take, one of the last ones. This one's a little harder, but I get lucky with this. And obviously, you save before you hack the device you're trying to hack. Save it, and then if you're gonna get caught, or if that set it off right there on that first one, you just escape out and try again. You can try all 3 or 4 times. If you fail, you can either wait for the 30-second timer to run out or whatever, or you can just load your last save and try again. Right here, after I start this, I'm going to fortify right there, the bottom, that yellow thing counting up is fortify, and that adds 1 to the number, and you can use augments to get more than 1 added to it. And what that does is it makes that red line stop at it. It takes longer for it to hack that point, which gives you longer time period before the red bar reaches your home base and hacks you. So Fortify is a good idea at central nodes that are high numbers, so that it has to go through it, and it's high number already, so it's going to take a while to hack. You fortify it, it'll take even longer, and that just gives you some extra time. And finally, I'm going to show you just kind of using the spam or the gear looking things to lower other numbers. So I'm going to do this 5 one. I'm going to nuke it because 5 is pretty high. And then you see that it lowers some of the numbers once I took it. See -2 right there? So now that's 0. With 0, there's no chance that they're going to catch me when I hack it. So I pretty much have a bunch of short hacks. And so I got the 3 started, and then I can get these other ones nearly finished by the time it was done. And you just give yourself enough time to finish. So that concludes my hacking tutorial. It was a little quick, a little unpolished. I apologize for that. Hopefully it helped some of you, and enjoy Deus Ex.